Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got the right?
Hey, looks like you're Mexican, but you're sparkling your section really loud.
It's a bomb. People want to get there. Let's get our games strong for a second.
Yeah.
So the nervous system is an anxious name. Keeps you thinking, hearing, seeing, saying. The principal parts in it contain the nerves, the spinal cord, and the brain. So why is this game so important to sustain? So you ascertain, here's what I'm saying. Because
if you want to move, if you have to think, if you need to breathe, if you like to blink, then listen up and shut up. Because the nervous system is what it's all about.
let me tell you a story about my pharmacy team. He's trying to decide which movie to see. Maybe you guess that neuronal connections play any role in this important selection. See, fluid connections make up intersections between neurons pre and post synaptic transmission. When the electrical signal of the action potential reaches the presynaptic terminal, voltage-gated ion channels open en masse, allowing calcium ions an inward pass. Neurotransmitters are free to leave into the synaptic cleft to achieve binding on the postsynaptic neuron so that the action potential can go on. Transmitter-gated ion channels open easy, like a loose door handle, allowing in sodium ions to depolarize the neuron, thus the action potential can move on. The neurotransmitter is finally broken down. An example of this cholinesterase is found, degrading acetylcholine so that the synapse can now relax. This is known simply as an excitatory synapse. In the brain, these junctions function to make decisions. Mr. T, he's seeing nothing.
If you want to move, you have to think. If you need to breathe, if you like to blink, then listen up and shut up, because the nervous system is what it's all about. So our next player is player B. He wants to know a large degree how it is that you and me have this action potential actually. Well, I tell him, or I start to say, that the neural membrane is a negative charge. Because the membrane pumps out Na, brings in K, and negative molecules stay, so there's a potential difference of negative 7. Oh, it always happens when the action is 0. And this is where we can sell its value, which is essentially measured in millivolts. There's nothing potential when the electrical signal comes down and sodium ions make their way around. Sodium gets open up real fast, so the ions can move in a blast. These movements cause depolarization from negative 70 to plus 30. It's making, yo!
A little while later, the potassium channel's open. This is kind of like a record that's broken. K plus ions are moved out to repolarize the neuron. You know what I'm talking about? Well, anyway, the potential's reversed now. Too much though, and that we cannot allow. Na is pumped out, K pumped in the refractory period. Let's do it again. Now the potential is back to normal. The action potential is moving forward. This all happens along the axon one at a time. Now player B, who haven't heard my rhyme, is informed, vested with the info about how the action potential. My third friend here, let's call him Mr. A. He wants to know about the parts of the brain. The brain's a game like a puzzle with pieces. If you're missing something, you're pretty much useless. Each small piece has its own function, and my friend Mr. A here wants to know something. The biggest part of the brain is the cerebral cortex, which you can blame. For all you know and all you remember, it holds the info you had since September. It receives impulses from the eyes and ears. It controls everything that you hold dear. The medulla oblongata is the second part. Without this piece, you fall apart. Because it works with involuntary processes, all the things you are about which you are very carefree. This includes breathing, heart rate, pupil constriction, things homeostatic, remain automatic. Third part here is the hypothalamus, secreting hormones without a fuss. It also maintains body temperature, sends releasing factors to the pituitary gland for sure. Speaking of which, the pituitary gland stores and secretes hormones. Oh man, these chemicals are responsible for many daily activities. Yeah, for sure. We got one more. It's a cerebellum, which you need if you want to evolve or plant some seeds. This flower-like part is eye-hand coordination, so that Barack Obama might lead a nation. Yeah. So that's the system. Yeah, for sure. As you can see, it's great.